Well, welcome back. As we look into this section of the course notes, we're looking at the constitutional nature of the human being. Now, I need to preface this with the fact that many of you will find this section somewhat overly philosophical and at the end of it wonder why it's even covered. As the course notes point out, these discussions, or this discussion, is not raging like it did 2 or even 3 generations ago. Another thing to recognize is that there is debate going on here, meaning that there is disagreement among scholars. For me, this is important to recognize as theologians because many who hold different views hold the exact same fundamental beliefs about the Bible, Jesus, faith, but they disagree on this. And so how do we approach this? Well, Augustine suggested, with clear matters unity, with unclear matters liberty, and with all things love. And that would be my suggestion to you on all sides of this issue and other issues like this. So let's look at how are we made up. Well, to consider our makeup does have actual considerable weight for how we conduct ourselves in the world. For instance, one of the views you will read about in this section is called dichotomism. This is the idea that the human being is fundamentally made up of 2 parts, one being body, one being soul or spirit. And this view can create a dualism within the self, a battle between the human soul and the human body. And therefore, it might be assumed that one is more purer than the other. And the conclusions of these lead to incredible error. One error would be the error of Gnosticism, where the spirit is pure and the body is evil. And so the conclusion is I must reject my body. Now, this is an extreme. However, it serves to illustrate that our thinking in this area can create problems down the line. I would suggest there has been, in a sense, in the modern evangelical church, where ideas like these creep in and cause a destructive view to ourselves and to the world we live in, because the world must just be destroyed and we're going to heaven anyway. Do you see the hints of the Gnostic problem in that? So, it is important that we consider the arguments presented in Erickson, and we consider them with wisdom. With sections like these, your reading is going to have to be intentional. Have a dictionary ready with you, have a Wikipedia page that you can search difficult phrases or concepts so that you can read to understand. Don't simply read to get through the material. If I can give you one more pointer in covering this section, ask yourself, what is Erickson trying to argue for? And in light of that, is he strong-arming some ideas over others? Just having that in mind might help you see the bigger argument that Erickson is trying to build and his conclusions and why he feels his conclusions are weighty. So again, as with all sections, read through carefully, read intentionally, read to understand. I'll see you next time.